What's going on? Y'all. Whoa, got too much stuff going on all at once. Get that out for there. Hey, what's going on, y'all? We back. And today, I'm talking about finding your purpose. I got my notes up on the wrong thing. Let me get my notes up right quick. I'm using Trello, if anybody's ever heard about it. Why is this not working? It's not working on my iPad. Anyway, today we're talking about finding purpose. I'm going to take my notes on regular pad and paper. Hey, I thank everybody who's tuning in right now. I appreciate it. So today I'm going to be doing a screen share, but I'm going to be doing it a little bit different than yesterday. We're going to be running through some TikTok videos about people telling you how to find your purpose. But before we get into that, I have something that I keep in my Trello, and I'm going to show it right quick. Let's see. So this is a reason for being. So this is a Japanese concept, meaning a reason for being. Is called Ikigai. And this is the same thing as finding your purpose. Basically what it's saying is where everything intersects. What you're good at, what you love, what the world needs, and what you can get paid for. Basically, when you can get all those things to overlap, you will find your purpose, your purpose, your reason for being. And if you look at this, you have, if you're good at something and it's what you love, then you found your passion. If it's something you love and the world needs, you found your mission. If it's something the world needs and what you can get paid for, you found vocation. And then if it's something you're good at and you can get paid for, you found your profession. So for me, this is something that I spend a lot of time focused on because I'm always in search of what my purpose is. My calling from God is how I view it. What has he called me here to do? And how I feel is he's called me here to talk to you. That's my only clue. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to do just that. All right, so here we go. What I have right now is I have a couple videos that I'm going to be looking at from what other people's perspective. I already went through a few of the videos and I looked at them to see, I tried to record them. But what has ended up happening now is I'm going to screen share and we're just going to watch a couple of videos. I'm going to take some notes and then we're going to talk about what their advice was. So let's go over here to this screen share. Let's add this to the screen and we'll go ahead and start playing it and see what she has to say. Oh, I gotta actually go to the video now, don't I?
I am not one of those people who believe that you step into a specific lane and that is your purpose. I think your life is purposeful. And I think the question we must ask ourselves is how can I bring purpose to the moment I'm standing in? How can I bring value to the people I'm in connection with? I don't know that I'll ever be a host on Today, but I am here thinking to myself, how can I bring purpose for the 5 to 7 minutes I'm going to be here? How can I make their lives, their world better? But I ask myself that in Target when I'm having an issue at the register. I am purpose. I'm not looking for it. You have to see everything is purposeful. And if you don't, then maybe it's not something you should engage in. If I did not bring purpose to this, and it is not serving me and growing in some way, then maybe this isn't for me because I want to add light wherever I go. Okay. I am not.
Okay. Now she brought up some good points. I feel the same way. I am very purposeful in everything that I do. I don't ever walk into anything without feeling like I am trying to bring light to the situation, purpose to the situation, a benefit to a situation. I believe what she said, and it's all about how you speak about yourself and you speak into the world. If you believe in yourself, if you believe in what you're doing, you will speak with more of a positive perspective on things. It's another one. I'm gonna look for another one on this. I think that, let me get to my comments right quick. I'm sorry. Hey, what's going on? How you doing today? Thank you for showing up. I appreciate it as always. I appreciate it. I'm trying to get this going on a regular basis, like I said. So this is what I came up with for today. Purpose. I'm not gonna say in search of my purpose. I'm trying to walk in it. I feel like me being helpful to others is what my purpose is. Anything that I learn, I like to share. Smart man learns from his mistakes. Wise man learns from the mistakes of others. And I'm here to share so people don't have to find it on their own. Let's go for another one right quick. I think I'm just going to hit.
All right, fuck it. If you want to know what your life purpose is, I can show you how to find out what it is in the next 2 minutes. And the good news is it does not require you meditating for hours on end and finding out what God's perfect download plan is for your life. By the way, my name's Taylor. I got nothing to sell you. I've just gotten hundreds of direct messages from you guys asking how to find your life purpose, how to make more money.
This video is 4 minutes long.
So this is where we're going to end up, but this is where we begin. It's called your inner purpose. You may have heard about your inner purpose from a book called A New Earth by a guy who wears these cute little vests like that cartoon, and this is what he looks like. We're going to get to what your outer purpose is, but your inner purpose at all times is to remain present with the moment that is unfolding in front of you. Believe me, this is going to...
All right, so with that being said, that is something that is hard for me, remaining in the moment that I'm in. I am just starting to understand how to not let I really don't focus much on the past, but I get stuck in letting the future take a hold of me. What's going to come? So this sounds like it's going to be an important lesson if he gives good information. Right now, let's see. It's got 8,000 likes on it, so it's not a whole lot.
A multimillionaire. Because multimillionaires solve a whole bunch of problems for a whole bunch of people, hence why they're rich. So you're going to want that inner peace. Now the next layer we're going to add onto your purpose is your outer purpose. And the best way to get clear on your outer purpose is to be mindful of the thing that you want so badly, whether that be to be rich, famous, an amazing real estate person, or whatever. It's the thing that you actually don't really want to tell everybody that you want because you're kind of embarrassed for wanting it. For example, you want to be a multi-billionaire. And you're worried, what are people going to say about that? They're going to say, I've got too much, I don't need this much, and I'm going to make...
Okay. He sounds like he's doing a great video, but he's not getting to the point fast enough for me. So we just going to move along off of this one. I'm sorry. If somebody was into it, you see his name, Taylor Money, you can go watch him. But that one wasn't a video for me. I just read this one already. Let's go again. Is this playing through the mic too? But then I can't hear it. Is that coming through the microphone?
That's the part of finding purpose and walking in your purpose is for sure. I was on live when we were about studying the entire topic of conversation for today was serving others, what that looks like, how to do it, and how you can be of service to others without first being of service to yourself. One of the scriptures that were mentioned in the Bible,
I feel like that's my purpose.
Chapter 4, verse 10. Each of you should use whatever gifts you have received to serve others as faithful stewards of God's grace in its various forms. A lot of you are struggling just finding what your gift is. It has nothing to do with the purpose. It has to do with the gift that you have. Some of y'all know your gift and using it in the wrong ways or have zero idea what your gifts are. I'm so glad you asked. 1 Corinthians chapter 12, starting at verse 4, scripture says there are different kinds of gifts.
Thank you. I just turned it down.
There are different kinds of service, but the same Lord. There are different kinds of working, but in all of them and in everyone, it's the same God at work. Back to what I was saying earlier, a lot of times we think we're struggling with our purpose. It's just the gift part. The purpose is to glorify God. The purpose is to spread the good news of Jesus Christ. The purpose is to be a light, to be a representation of God's love. That's the purpose. But real quick, down in verse 7, now to each one, the manifestation of the Spirit is given for the common good. You are either preparing or you're procrastinating. Preparation feels good. Procrastinating procrastination, that's where the struggle begins. The definition of prepare is to make something ready for use or consideration, or to make someone ready or able. Preparation is key.
I'm not sure how to increase the volume on this.
Yes, God is making you ready to spread the gospel. God is making you able to do his work. You are procrastinating. There is this tension. It's like, you know, when you're on the job and you know you need to be doing something really important, but you keep putting it off. So
How would I do that?
like, ooh, I definitely should be doing my job right now. This could negatively affect me. I just cannot focus on what's supposed to be done right now. So I'm gonna, go a little bit longer on this break, talk to this coworker a little bit more. I'm gonna continue calling off. I'm gonna continue using these vacation hours and whatever. And when you stop procrastinating and then you get your work done, you're like, poof, okay, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm doing my job.
Okay, she's not giving me that either. I gotta figure out how to catch the people. When I was looking on my phone, I had plenty of people who were giving 1 minute.
I don't know about you. I'm just talking about me in my experience. As soon as I locked into my gifts and figured out how I was going to use them to glorify God, it unlocked my entire life.
That's facts, though. I can't.
Everybody. You have got to find out for yourself. You got to do the work yourself. You got to work between you and God. I don't know how God wants to use, but he wants to use. You know the purpose. As a Christian, you know the purpose. Work on those gifts and stop procrastinating. Use them. Continue letting God prepare you. And 10 times out of 10, what you actually feel like you struggle with the most, or what people give you the most heat for, is usually a gift God wants to use. That's a different conversation. So sometimes that preparation feels uncomfortable and don't feel right.
That's facts. That's facts.
But again, different conversation. The point is,
okay, she made some good points, and I agree. A few people whose videos I have watched, they all say, one, I would say this: procrastination. A lot of people, myself included, sometimes I procrastinate. Sometimes I procrastinate. I try not to procrastinate. Another one, a big one, is finding what your talents are or your God-given gifts are and put them on display. How I view this is, I always feel like I am performing for an audience of one, meaning the gifts that God gave me, I don't want to just let them sit around and go stagnant or go to waste. He gave me the ability to perform certain things, and I feel like I put a smile on his face every time I show him or am thankful for the things that he has given me. I'm gonna put that one down as, to me, being thankful. And when you're thankful, you show that you're thankful. So now, it was a couple. I don't know why I can't find the ones that I found on my phone now that I'm on my computer doing this, but we're going to keep going.
5 ways to find your purpose. Number 1, get off of these apps. These apps allowed us to consume way more information than we were ever supposed to consume. And now you don't know who you are because you're trying this creator and this creator, and you're trying to figure out, why is this not working for me? Because that is their purpose. Figure out what you're supposed to do. You can't do it without getting off this.
Is the volume still low?
God is literally the only person who can tell you your identity. He created your DNA, so only he knows the purpose for your life. Number 3, tap in with yourself. What are the things that you're good at? What are the things that come natural to you? What is that thing that's like tugging on you? Like, I want to do this. That is probably your purpose. Number 4, you can't be a producer. You have to be okay with block whoever is causing you to not be able to fully be yourself. I don't care if that's your parent.
I agree with that. Remove all negative people, negative things, anything that is bringing you down or stopping you from being your best. Remove those things from your life. I say, when I go to pruning things, I prune the dead or the things that are bad, harmful, or ugly. Any dead leaves, any dead branches, anything. And then when you're also pruning, you cut the pretty. And that gives the plant, which you can look at yourself as the plant, it gives it more time to heal and more space to open up. People who are negative, they restrict you. They make you come, basically, You don't want to do a whole lot of talking around negative people because they bring negative points to the conversation. And that makes you not want to expand your thought, because every time you say a thought, you have a negative person saying that won't work. That's a stupid idea. If you remove those people from your life, you are more likely to see your thought process grow. I'm saying if you remove negative thoughts from your life, you are more likely to see your thought process go. Another thing that I do 14 thoughts. I try to write down 14 thoughts every single day. And when I do that, what that does is it gives me the ability to see what kind of thoughts my mind is putting out. I like to be in control of my thoughts instead of having my thoughts in control of me. Relax. Thank you. I like to be in control of my thoughts instead of having my thoughts in control of me. So when I write down my 14 thoughts each day, I get to see if I'm putting out negative thoughts or positive thoughts. And if I see negative thoughts, I try not to let a negative thought reside in my mind for more than 3 days. The reason why I do that is because I say, Jesus Christ didn't hold on to the grave longer than 3 days. Why would I hold on to a worldly thought? Something that is robbing me of my joy. And that's exactly what negative thoughts do. They rob you of your joy. If you can get negative thoughts, I tell people all the time, the mind is only capable of holding so many thoughts in at one time. If you ever here, I'll give you the perfect example. Whoever's watching right now, I'm not currently watching to see who's watching because I'm looking at the other screen. But whoever's watching right now, I want you to don't think about one word. I'm going to give you a word and I want you to do your best not to think about it. That one word is monkey. Everything that you do from this point forward, do not think about the word monkey. Monkey, 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 monkey. Do not think about the word monkey. If I asked you what word you were thinking about right now, that word would probably be monkey. And the reason for that is because whatever is in your mind is taking up that space. And people think that they can multitask and have a whole bunch of different thoughts going on at one time, but you can typically only think about one thought at a time. If a negative thought is in your mind, it takes up a whole lot of space. That is why I say it steals your joy. And that's why I tell people to write down their thoughts every single day and try to remove negativity from your thoughts, and then watch how your thoughts get bigger and grow. All right, let's keep moving. That's right. Even on your social media. So finding purpose.
So those are the 5. Let's really focus on these 5 things, really putting that into action. Let's not just write it down like save this video, yes, but let's put it in.
She plugged herself.
Let's really focus implementing these 5 things.
Oh, I can't increase the volume.
God has given us different gifts for doing things well. So we're never meant to be the same. Find your gift.
Oh, I just completely muted it now. Come on, computer.
5 ways to find a purpose.
All right. She did good. Moving right along.
You have to start identifying and having the desire to identify your masks, your identities, and your personas. The areas where you are showing up and you're not being authentic. The areas where you don't really want to see yourself. The things that you don't want to fully.
Hey, thank y'all for tuning in.
Emotions that are still painful and you may not have the tools to really sit with. And when you start sitting with those things intentionally, in silence, without work, without the worry of money, without the worry of family, or boyfriend, fiance, mom, when your journey is solely about you, if you give yourself permission to sit in your darkness without running from yourself, then you can start to feel into what your purpose is. You're not called with work, you're not called with money, you're not called with love. Maybe love is not what's meant for you. You have to start identifying.
All right, so that was a good one. I did not listen to the whole thing. I was looking off onto my notes. But hey, I thank everybody who's tuning in right now. Let me move on to the next one and see if we can't find something that really
And being
matters.
honest, some women kind of want the men that are a little harder to get to. Men want women that are hard to get, but women want the same thing. They don't want the man that they feel like everybody could have. They want the very selective man. When a man becomes greater self, the man becomes more selective. I hate to say this, is somebody gonna get mad, but I don't give a damn. I would never get intimate with certain women that haven't even reached certain levels in life, mentally or financially. I just won't. Why would I attach myself to something like that? Because I'm not in my feelings, I'm in my purpose. And the thing that's gonna attach themselves to me is something that's gonna accommodate my purpose. When a man finds purpose, he finds happiness.
That's facts. Oh yeah, I like that. I like that. When you find purpose, you find happiness. That is true.
He didn't put you here to go to heaven. You came from heaven. You were sent here to fill this earth with the culture of
Oh, this
heaven.
one's 6 minutes long.
Genesis 1.
We're not about to sit and listen to 6 minutes. I'm sorry, y'all. Hey, thank you.
I used to
Yeah,
think
I
that
lifted.
my purpose
I raised
was
the.
like, oh, Isaiah, make music and make motivational, inspirational. Like
How long
that's
is
how
this
you're
one?
gonna leave your mark on
Okay.
the world. And I felt God tell me like, purpose is not like this definite answer. It's more of Isaiah, you're a son of God, and so you're called to be a reflection of Him.
That's right.
Anything else that you do is more of an expression of that walking as a son of God or as a daughter of God. Don't put too much emphasis on like what the thing is.
All right, I'll look
focus
for
on
it.
how do I reflect God even more today. And then those things, different opportunities will come to you, different connections, but it's about being in that identity first. Your purpose is going to find you. That's how God created it. When you're walking, the steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord. When you're walking as that man or woman that He created you to be, everything is going to align in that path.
That's facts.
Just be you, and your purpose is going to find you when you're becoming who God said you're going to be. I used to think that my purpose.
I believe that. I think that's why I'm here right now. Shaw Speaks. I've been wondering what is my purpose for this YouTube channel. All my content is meant to be helpful to people in some way. I'm either sharing information that I'm learning or sharing, I don't know. I guess I'm always trying to be uplifting to people. Basically what I'm saying is I feel like you will find your purpose if you are willing to take action. If you get up every day and you're intentional about the things that you do, you will find your purpose because you will just be, just like he said, who you are. And there's no way for you not to find your purpose if you are walking as who God intended for you to be. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Find another. I'm trying not to find any that are too long. This one's another 7 minutes. Let's watch it.
The greatest source of human conflict is religion. Every conflict in history, if you study it, every war that's been fought was a result of religion. Some of us don't even know how horrible Christianity is. Christianity is responsible for more killing than any other religion in history. We know of areas like the history and the study of the Inquisition, when the church was mandated to go and kill every Jew who doesn't believe in God. And they cut their heads off, put knives in their chests with a cross on their shields, representing the blood of Jesus. Those soldiers killed hundreds of thousands of people in the name of Jesus in Europe. Then the Crusaders came along, and they went and they ramshacked the Holy Land and killed anyone who didn't believe in Jesus with the sword in the name of Jesus. Wars. The Muslims and the Christians fought, and heads were laying on the ground, cut off from their bodies in the name of Jesus. Thousands and thousands died with blood running everywhere in the name of Jesus. Religion. Now we're still bombing churches in the name of our gods. Now we have terrorists in the name of our gods. We strap bombs to our chest, walk into innocent supermarkets, and kill children and mothers, and annihilate innocent people and send aircrafts into the buildings with people working at a desk. In the name of our religion, religion is a killer. Religion is not the answer to our problems. Now let me just take this, please. All humans are religious. Don't let no one tell you they're not religious. The atheist is religious. Religion is defined as any system of belief that influences a person's behavior. That's religion. Religion is adherence to a set of beliefs on which you build your convictions, which motivate your philosophy, theology, and your behavior. That means the atheist has a belief system. He doesn't believe there's a God. That's a belief system. And it affects his philosophy. And therefore, it informs his behavior. So he is religious. Don't let him fool you. He's religious. Then we got the humanists. They are religious. They believe that humans are the measure of what is good or bad. They are religious people. They have a belief system. They believe in the human beings. Poor thing. That means that we are the best we could offer. We are in trouble. So everyone is religious, including the one sitting behind you. And I came here tonight to expose religion. Because religion is the source of humanity's greatest frustration. And that's why we are frustrated people. We hate people because of our religion. We don't speak to people because of our religion. There's something with religion that makes us hate one another. It is the source of our frustration. I used to be religious. My father was a Baptist preacher. I was born in 1954.
I was born into a Baptist church.
No choice, or we would be killed. My father was the associate pastor of the church, the Baptist church, and the kids had to make sure that they get the father look good. Went to church 4 times a week, didn't know God. I know religion very well. My mother was a missionary. There was no way out for us. Religion is powerful. Well, I'm here to talk to you tonight about a man who was never religious. His name is Jesus Christ. He never joined a religion. He was never a Pharisee. Check it out. He was never a Sadducee, because they were Sadducees.
That was actually funny.
He never joined the Sanhedrin council. He never joined the high priest. He never submitted to the bishop, the high priest, Caiaphas. He never became a part of the religion of Judaism. As a matter of fact, his #1 opposition was religious people. The ones who called for his death were sinners.
That's facts.
He was not religious. It was because he was not religious that he became a problem. So when you read the Bible, you read the Bible from a tainted perspective as a religious person. But the Bible is really not about religion. I want you to write down what the Bible is about.
Let me hear this.
Research of 47 years. The Bible is about, first of all, a king. When you read the Bible is not about a president or a prime minister. It's not about a mayor or a governor. It's about a king.
A king.
The problem is most of us are born in democracy, so we don't know what a king is anymore.
That's facts.
Open the gates and let the King of glory come in. Who is the King of glory? The Lord, strong and mighty. He is the King of glory. The Lord, mighty in battle. He is the King of glory. So open the gates and let the King of glory come in. Who is the King of glory? The Lord, strong and mighty. He is the King of glory. The Bible is about a king. God calls himself a king.
That's facts, y'all.
God says he's a king. Elohim says he's a king. Adonai says he's a king. He's a king, 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 king. It's about a king. Number 2.
Hey, I didn't expect to be going to church when I said finding purpose. That was not what I expected, but that's where we at, y'all.
Thirdly, the Bible is about a royal family. It's about a king who has children. You're sitting next to one right now. Royal DNA.
That's right.
Yeah, in this room today, our offspring.
I feel like royalty.
All of you are
I do.
royalty. So don't
I
get
move
excited
with
when
loyalty.
Elizabeth.
I
The Bible
do.
is about a royal family. Fourthly, the Bible is about a kingdom expanding its influence.
A
Number
kingdom.
5, the Bible is about heavenly colonization of earth. Got to understand that concept. The Bible is about heavenly colonization of earth. Number 6, the Bible is about heaven putting a colony on earth.
That's right.
The Bible is not about religion.
Hey, that's the Lord's Prayer.
It's not about ritual.
Let your will be done in heaven, on earth as it is in heaven.
Of rituals. All religions are full of rituals. But we're not talking about rituals. We're talking about something different. We're talking about rulership. Kings associated with rulership, with dominion and authority. The Bible is about the relationship between a father and his children, and he happened to be a king. And he had an idea. His idea was to extend his kingdom from heaven to a
earth.
physical planet called Earth.
That's
In
right.
other words, God's idea is very simple. He wanted to fill the earth with the kingdom of heaven.
That's
so
right.
what's God's original purpose? I'll give it to you very quickly and make sure you buy this CD. God's original purpose is, first of all, out loud, reading it together, go. To extend the invisible kingdom of heaven to the visible earth. Number 3, to extend his spiritual kingdom to the physical earth. Number 4, to fill the earth with the influence and the culture of heaven.
Hey, I'm telling you, that's how you find your purpose. Boy, it just happened. I was not planning on it
I
either.
just gave you the entire reason why the Bible exists and why God put you here. If you
That's facts. That's how you find your purpose, and that's where we at today. I was not planning on sticking on this video. It was 7 minutes long.
Of an invisible kingdom to a visible planet. The Bible is about a divine project to expand a spiritual kingdom to a physical earth. The Bible is about filling the earth with the culture of heaven. That is what colonization does.
That's
So
right.
the Bible is about colonizing earth with the kingdom of heaven.
Okay. All right. So I'm finding my purpose. I didn't. That's not what I was thinking about when I opened this up. When I opened this up, you know, that's just how I think things go too. You don't know what you're gonna get into sometimes, especially when you're trying to walk to find your purpose. I feel like one person who I was watching earlier today, that's what they were saying. The thing that you run from the most is the thing that you know is your calling or your purpose. And this is, I'm not gonna say I run from this stuff, because I don't. I just have a hard time talking to others about it, because this world seems like it's headed so far away from those things. But at the same time, I feel like there's so many people who are walking around who feel like they don't have a purpose, or I don't know. They basically, what I'm saying is, they say when you find your purpose, you find your joy. You say, how could I believe that it would, that my purpose wouldn't start there? It's not that I didn't think that it would start there. I feel like God created me, so I'm here to find out what he wants from me. I guess what I'm saying is, I didn't pick this topic of purpose until I'll tell you exactly what time it was. That topic came to me at a little after 9 o'clock. So let's say 9:15 thereabout. And here it is, 10:30. So what I'm saying is, that was sent to me. I did not go searching for it. This topic was sent to me. I did not go searching for it. So I was not prepared. I did not know what I was going to be talking about by 9 o'clock. But I knew I was going live by 10. So when that was sent to me, that is the path that I went down. So when you ask me, how could I possibly think I'm talking about this live stream? I did not think this live stream was going to be taking it to church, but here we are. So we going to ride with it. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Hey, I'm liking where we at. I ain't complaining now. What I'm saying is, this is uncomfortable.
Would you do
a
me
little
the
bit
honor,
because
please? Can you look into
I
my
ain't gonna
soul?
go into that.
Do you let me know from what you see on my vibrational frequency, any messages, any gifts that I can share, anything you see?
Are you an artist?
I wouldn't call myself that.
What would you call yourself?
I don't know. That's what I guess I'm looking for.
What kind of creative expression do you feel
see,
interested
and they say
in?
use the words I
I
am.
love speaking.
I am.
I love dance. I love.
You should
Is
always
dancing
know.
not an art?
Yeah, that's why I said in some ways everything's art.
Well, all right. So are you expressing yourself creatively in all the ways that you would like to, as fully as you possibly could? Hesitation means no.
Right.
I agree.
So the only message would be, what's holding you back from acting on the things that excite you as fully as you could be?
Fear.
I
Do
guess
you have an answer?
the old adage, if I'm gonna talk the talk, I want to walk the walk.
That's right, fear.
Walk it. What's stopping it?
Fear.
That's the question. What definition, what belief is preventing you from taking action where you can?
I guess feeling I'm not ready or not, good
Not
enough
ready for what?
to step
For the
into
challenge.
the role of leadership.
Ooh.
Why not?
Fear.
Call it what you may, credentials, or
Credentials.
what would cause
That's
people
me
to wanna
sometimes.
listen to me?
That's right.
Like,
If
I guess it's
you
not knowing my
have-
gift or not knowing what it
If
is.
you have something to share, there always must be
Somebody to
someone
listen.
to receive it.
That's right.
As
That's
we have
right.
said, there are no one-sided coins. If you have the head, there has to be a tail,
tail.
or there's no coin.
That's
So
facts.
if you exist, and obviously you do,
Hey, we hear y'all.
whatever it is you have to
hear.
share, whatever it is you feel you need to give, there must by definition be someone who is waiting to receive it, or you
Please
wouldn't
believe
exist
it. Hey,
in your reality with that thing, that urge to share.
So the sooner you get on about the business of moving forward,
That's what we're here for right
being
now.
who you
We're moving
are,
forward.
the
That's what
sooner
this
you will
live stream is. My
see that the
motivation to move
synchronicity of
forward.
Your life will determine the pace at which you need to grow and learn the things you need to learn by providing synchronous opportunities to learn those things in exactly the.
Hey, they say you learn the best through repetition. What I'm saying is get into it, get started, do it. Wait, hold on. I missed that. Let me go to that comment. You're trying to find God's purpose for your life. You can't avoid starting. Oh, I agree. But I wasn't planning on being here is what I was saying. I didn't plan on, basically what I'm saying about when I say what I said, I'm saying sometimes I don't feel like I have a choice. I just land in situations, and this is what ends up being the conversation a lot of times. I think there was one that I watched earlier today, and I can't find it scrolling this way. It was on my phone, but now I'm on my laptop watching. It was saying the thing that you're the most scared of typically is the thing that is your purpose, the thing that you feel like she was saying, you're not ready for, you don't want to do it because of your credentials. And she said something that was important. She said that her reason for not wanting to do it was because you have to be able to walk the walk before you talk the talk. And that's one thing that I feel is it's hard for me. I'll just speak for myself. I don't like speaking for others. It's hard to put yourself in a position to talk to people and tell them what you believe to be right if you feel like you have those struggles for yourself. And I think a lot of times people want to be perfect before they get started. And I'm saying, in my opinion and in my life, the journey has been what has helped you grow. The journey has been what has helped me grow. And that's why I'm on here doing this right now, because I'm saying the journey of the repetitions, the getting on here and practicing for an hour, I'm saying 10,000 hours is what it takes to master anything. And whenever I find something that God put before me to walk in, then I just start counting up the hours, because if he gives me the time, I know I'm going to master it, because I'm going to put that kind of focus and that kind of effort on the topic. I'll be honest with you. Today, I spent more time wondering what I was going to do on this live stream, and I didn't have anything, like I said. And then at 9:15, the answer showed up, because I had very little time to get here. And what I did is I just got on my phone and I started going through saving clips, because I was going to put them in here. I didn't want to do two screens for this screen share this time, because it was moving too slow. When I watched the video back yesterday, it was laggy. So this time I'm just using one screen, and I was gonna edit the video up like I did one time before, but that caused me problems too, because once I started showing the video, we all know how that goes. All I'm saying is, this is me saying once again, sometimes I don't feel like you have a choice. I feel like life is gonna push you where you need to be. And sometimes when it gets uncomfortable, when it really gets uncomfortable, that's when life is forcing you to make that move. Let's keep on moving with that one. I think this is great. Oh, I could do this all day. I'll let this kind of stuff work.
The appropriate amount of time in which you need to learn them, so that by the time you need to do a certain thing, you will know what you need to know.
That's right.
The point again is trust
Repetition.
your life to unfold exactly as it needs to give you what you need when you need it.
That's what I'm doing.
Does that make sense?
It does.
But the only way you will get to that point is to take the first step.
Action.
You're at least ready to take the first step, yes?
I'm ready.
Absolutely.
Then take it. And then when you take the first one, take the next one.
That's right.
And the next one.
And that's what I'm doing, focusing on each step one at a time.
See your life unfold as it needs to, presenting you with the appropriate opportunities.
That's right.
Meeting all the right people,
That's
the right
right.
places at the right timing.
I'm never in the wrong
order
place.
to learn what you need to learn, to do whatever it is you say is an expression of your joy.
I agree.
Does that make sense?
Thank you.
This is a complete kit. It functions automatically. Excitement is the organizing principle and the driving engine of your life. Trust it. It works. It's a kit. Use it. But you have to take the step in order to initiate. You have to act on your excitement to the best of your ability every moment that you can.
Hey, I do
In
that.
order to activate it. And then you will see excitement is a thread. It leads to all other excitement.
See, another thing that I think about, I have so many things that I be thinking I want to do. But then when I get started, and when I say want to do, sometimes it's the things that I feel are out of line with what I should be doing. But then when I start moving towards those things that I say I want to do, but they're out of line with what I should do or what I feel I should be doing, I quickly lose interest in those things. I quickly lose interest in the things that bring me no real substance to my life. Like wanting to do things that are not of my calling, I guess. But then things that are like this, they will draw me in and have me on here. Look, you know, I'm only shooting for an hour, but it looked like I could hit an hour very easy with these topics.
Whatever excites you, no matter how it looks, whether it seems connected to anything else or not that excited you, if it contains the
Drink on.
excitement at the moment, that's the most exciting thing you can think of to do, but you have the greatest degree of ability to act on it because the excitement tells you this is connected to that, even if it doesn't look like it is. Make sense?
Yes.
Follow the excitement, not the
Hey, he's
surface
good.
appearance. You humans even have the saying, don't judge a book by its cover. You cannot tell by how something
He
looks
said
on the
you
outside
humans.
because it's an illusion, whether it's your truth. You can only tell by that vibration that's within it.
Would you do me the honor, please? Can you look into my soul? Would you let me know
We can
what
move
you
on.
see on my vibration?
Yeah, he got her. He got her.
Do you think that everyone has purpose?
The way I look at it is, you, Theo, were born with a DNA that will never be replicated in the past or in the future. It's unique.
Hey, I can look
marker.
these people up. I'm leaving everything
It's like
on the
a
screen.
seed
So
at
if you
your
like
birth.
somebody,
If
look
you
them up.
cultivate that seed, if you cultivate your uniqueness, it gives you a purpose in life. A lot of people are afraid of being different. That's one of the worst things that can happen to you.
Fear, yet
Because it's
again.
what makes you different. That is what makes you powerful. I keep coming back to something that I tell a lot of people I think is very important, is the desire to know yourself. A very good path is take a journal and writing down your thoughts.
All right, so this is what I was just talking about. 14 thoughts. I try and do 14 thoughts every day. Let him go ahead.
And writing down your dreams. You go back into your childhood and you go, what was it that made me so different? What that was so weird about me? What was it that I was attracted to? As you go through that process, things will start coming up. It's like you're digging, you're excavating, like you're an archaeologist into your own past.
Yeah, it's like using a brush and brushing off. You see a little bit of bone, and then you're like,
Yeah.
what other questions can I ask around here that might help me remove a little more dirt?
So it's a process, and it should be a very exciting process.
Do you?
All right, so that was good. And I'm going to say that once again. I think that it's important to write down your thoughts so you understand. That is the benefit of getting to know you. The way you get to know you is by writing down your thoughts, getting them outside of you so you can see them. And I also believe once you put your thoughts out into the world, they start to become real. Because once you see them, and other people hear them, it almost becomes like an accountability partner to you. If you write your thoughts down and you see what your goal is, especially if you're specific, then what will happen is you see it. And then later on, when you come back to that note, you will know, because you can't lie to yourself. I mean, maybe some people can. I don't feel like I can lie to myself, not and believe it. That is, I can tell myself I'm 7 feet tall. But then every time I walk through the doorway tells me I'm lying because I never hit my head on the doorway. Let's keep moving. It's important though. Write down your thoughts. And I like that he said your dreams
so
too.
Interesting, your quote from Nietzsche, who wrote about how people can identify their calling in life. He wrote, "The way to discover what you were put on earth for is to go back into your past, list the times you felt most fulfilled, and then see if you can draw a line through them. What have you truly loved thus far? What has ever uplifted your soul? What has dominated and delighted in at the same time? Assemble these revered objects in a row before you, and perhaps they will reveal a law by their nature and their order, the fundamental law of your very self." I found this so interesting.
All right.
Your
I got nothing for that one, but obviously that was Oprah, so you know she probably said
I
an
think this life
aha
is a
moment.
test, and every day you find your purpose in what the day gives you. That's how I feel about it. I look at life per day and what it gives me and how did I maximize myself as a good Muslim or a good human being, honestly, per day.
The thing that struck me is like you said it was like a test. Do you think that like we're either passing or failing the test of life every single day?
It's about doing the best you can. And you will make mistakes, it's inevitable, but will you make the same mistake again the next day when you're given the opportunity to? And that's how I see growth as a human being. I think this life is a test.
All right,
and
I can agree with that. I believe that I get up every day. I try to show up as 100% every single day. And I say try, I don't feel like I fail at that. I am 100% me every day. Now, some days my energy level might not be as high as others, but I always try to be the most or the best me that I can be every single day. I look at it like, basically, have you ever heard the statement of the first impression? Like you only get one first impression, and a first impression is, I forgot how they word that. What is it about first impressions? Anyway, you never know who you're gonna see, what situation you're gonna be placed in. I remember when I was a kid, my mother used to get on me every day because she would say, make sure your underwear are clean. Because if you ever get into a car accident or something happens to you, you got to go to the hospital. It's like, is that the one thing you're worried about? But if you put so little or so much thought into that, then you think about that as a whole person. Everybody you come in contact with, do you want to give them a negative impression of you, or do you want to give them a positive impression of you? Or do you not care what people think about you? It's not about what people think about you, in my opinion. I guess what I'm saying is, if I am the light, then I want my light to shine bright. That is how people know that I am a Christian or a child of God, is by my actions. It's not by my words, it's by my actions. You should be a man or a woman of your words. Your actions should line up with your words. I guess that means the same thing. You should find ways to be consistent. You are in control of your life. So if your life is inconsistent, it's because you're choosing not to set a routine for your life that you can be consistent in. So many people try to fit inside somebody else's box, and let's keep moving. Oh my goodness, let's keep going. My bad, I got to get to my comments.
Let me show you a secret, something that no one has ever taught you. Wake up early in the morning, before your feet even hits the ground. You should be barefooted and don't talk to anyone. Then you begin to prophesy over yourself.
That's what I'm saying.
Begin to speak the words of God over your destiny. I'll give you an example. Use your name. I, Kimona, will prosper. The works of my hands are blessed. Everything I touch
This is one
blessed.
I did see.
My life is blessed. My business is blessed and will always prosper. Opportunities will always find me, always locate me. I am protected by God. I will always walk in good health. My destiny helpers are locating me and they will help me. My life is a blessing. My children are a blessing. My marriage is a blessing. I will never know lack. I will always prosper. I will attract wealth all the days of my life. I am favored by God. My destiny is connected to great people in Jesus' name. Speak upon your destiny. Speak upon your life. Do this every day and you will come back with a testimony. Click the link in my bio to...
All right, so did you hear how she spoke? One, she spoke with all positive words. And another thing that I love is I am. Because whatever you say you are, I am, you will be. I think, therefore, I am. If you think that you are, if you think that you can, if you think something's possible, then you will strive to be it, to do it. Being positive in your own life is a big part of life. That is, what do they call it? Self-esteem. Nobody else has control over that but you. And you can change your thought process by taking control of your thoughts. And once again, that brings me back to taking notes. I am not sponsored by anybody, but I use Trello, Trello, to take my notes. And All right. Hey, thank you for tuning in and watching with me. I appreciate it. I have, let's see, how long have I been on here so far? Hey, 49 minutes. I got another 10 minutes to go. Hey, I appreciate everybody who's tuning in right now. We're going to move on to that next video.
You may not want to hear this, but the reason you don't know what you want is because you're not taking action. And the reason you're not taking action
again. Here we go.
Choice. And you're afraid of making the wrong choice because you've bought into the idea that your purpose, your path in life is one particular thing. So now you believe that you have to get it right or you'll end up miserable.
That's right.
The irony, of course, is that this paralyzes you and prevents you from taking action, making you miserable. Because now you feel like you're wasting your potential and your life. And then you beat yourself up about it because now you feel like a failure. To break this cycle, you have to start taking more action. Because clarity follows action.
Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you. 10 more minutes. I just got to do an hour a day. This is me taking my actions.
I don't know what I want. It's usually code for I'm too scared to allow myself to go after what I really want. And sometimes that fear and self-doubt can be so strong and create such an internal conflict that we literally feel like we just don't know what we want. When actually you do know. Because otherwise you wouldn't be feeling so unfulfilled. Because that presupposes that there is a part in you that actually does know that you are meant to be doing something else. You may not want.
All right, so we're going to talk about that one for a second. They said there is a part of you that knows you're supposed to be doing something else. And this is what I feel like I'm supposed to be doing. Hence the name Shaw Speaks. That came out like I want to say 15 years ago, at least. And I say about that long. So I know that I'm supposed to be speaking. I just always thought it would be two people I could literally see, which maybe that's still to come. This is the practice for me getting better at speaking. That is one thing that I've known. Everything that I have been scared of or had a fear of, I have always tried to lean into it. Public speaking being one of them. This is me. YouTube has been me trying to make sure that I continue to public speak because I feel like one day, someday, maybe today, I don't know, I will be placed in the environment that this speaking is supposed to be for. Maybe this is the path. Maybe there's somewhere else. I guess what I'm saying is I have just started walking and here we go. I'm gonna move on. Don't want to force the conversation.
The number 4 top reason people quit their job is a lack of meaningful work, according to McKinsey, the global consulting firm. I heard a speaker tell a story about a U.S. president visiting a NASA facility in the 1960s. He happened upon a janitor in the hallway and stopped to ask him, "What do you do here?" And the gentleman responded, "I help put people on the moon." And that has always stuck with me because it's an example of how someone has been made to feel included, valued, and respected for his role in what happens at that facility. And it's probably literally true. Cleanliness is likely essential when building spaceships that put men and women on the moon. The janitor did his job with pride because he had found meaning in what he did every day and how he added value to the organization's mission. As workers, employees, we have to find the why in what we do over and over again.
Hey, I like that one. I like that one. And one thing that I have always heard was whatever job you do, you should do it as if you wanted to be recognized as being the best at it. If you are a street sweeper, you want to be the best street sweeper you can be. I don't like half-assing anything. I don't like partially putting my foot in. If I do something, I want to do it to the best of my ability, or else I don't do it. I value my name. I value. Let's go.
So as previously stated, I am reading a new book, The Purpose-Driven Life, because I'm trying to figure out my purpose. Well, I'm trying to better understand my purpose. Takes 40 days. You read a chapter a day. At the end, it gives you a point to ponder and then a question.
The purpose-driven life.
So I got a new journal for this, and it's really cool because it says the universe on it. And I've completed day 1. The chapters are short, and the point of the short chapters and for you to do it like day 1, day 2 is because you're supposed to reflect
I'm gonna look into that.
on what you just read, right? Not rushing to the next thing, but really sit back and comprehend and reflect on what you just read. So the first chapter is about thinking about your purpose and realizing that it's not about you. And as an Aries, it's always about me, but not this. I've always thought that understanding your purpose meant understanding like who you are, but this book has already told me like that's wrong, that your purpose is bigger than you. It is beyond you because God already knew what your purpose was before your parents even knew they were going to conceive you. So the question that was asked at the end of this was, in spite of all the advertising around me, how can I remind myself that life is really about living for God and not myself?
Ooh.
And that's one of those things, like one of those questions that makes you go,
Facts.
Well, how do I do that? My answer is I haven't really been doing that, but I know how I need to be doing that because I tell myself all the time to let go and let God, but this is really telling me, girl, let go and let God, okay? Let Him take the wheel. And I think that ultimately I have to remind myself to literally walk in blind faith and trust God's plan. And in order to understand my purpose,
Hey, this helping,
I
y'all.
have to
It's helping me.
trust God's plan. So that is what we've learned in day 1.
There we
We've
go.
learned that it's
Trust
not about
God's
you.
plan.
It's not about me. Our purpose is bigger than who we are. And we got to let God take control. Okay? Stop trying to control everybody in your life. And as I'm telling you this, I'm telling me this. Okay? Because, baby, I like to control things. I
do
love
too.
to be in control.
I do
cannot
too.
stand the unknown.
I don't
But
either.
in order to get to the next level and to really fully understand my purpose, that is the space that I'm in. I am in the unknown right now.
I stay in
I'm
that
the
place.
unknown. I am learning, and I have to trust God because He already had a purpose for me, baby. He already had a purpose for you too. So realize this and understand this. It's not about you. It's not about me. It's about the greater good. It's about God.
That's facts.
So yeah, that was my day 1. Stay tuned for day 2. I started day 1 last night, and I'm now going to be doing it like every morning instead of the nighttime. It's going to be like my morning read and morning journaling. So I already did day 2, but we're going to do this like a day behind because even though I've already done day 2, like I'm really taking the time to reflect, to think, to go over what I just read, to go over what I wrote when it comes to answering the questions. And I hope that somebody, one of you, all of you decide to join the journey as well because I feel like understanding your purpose and knowing that you have purpose will make for a better life.
I agree with that. I'm gonna look into that book. That sounds like it would be a good thing, and I can pull information from that because I could see this going a long time. Hold on, let me read that. Okay, that sounds good. That sounds good. Let me know when. Let me know when. And I plan on doing a live stream with you as well. We're gonna make that happen. You have been very helpful to me. I would not be able, let's just be clear, I would not know how to do this screen share if it wasn't for Reigning Woman. I appreciate it. And we will be doing a live stream together one day, whenever we can come up with a time to do it, because that will also help me. It will be my first live stream with another YouTuber, and that's what I'm trying to do. I want to also encourage people to get started on this type of journey, YouTube, because YouTube can be very helpful in a time where people are complaining about income and finances and all kinds of other things. But those are the 2 things that I'm finding it to be helpful with, that I feel it would help others with too. But once again, it's just like finding your purpose. You have to first take the steps, and I am appreciative for you helping me. And we can, whenever, like I said, whenever you're ready, feel free, and we will do this as soon as as soon as we can both line up time to do so. But we are definitely going to do a live stream together. I would appreciate it if we did. Thank you very much. And I would like to be the person to introduce you. So I'm going to get some information from you so I can say, I want to do one of those Club Shay Shay introductions. Life coach, social media, all these different things. I want to go ahead and make it big. I guess I can look on your Indeed to get that title for you. But hey, thank you again. We ain't gonna be on here much. Actually, we just hit an hour just now, y'all. We just hit an hour. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna watch one more, and all I do is, look, what I am trying to do is improve my, let's just say improve, because I could run down a list of things I'm trying to improve: my communication skills, my presentation skills, my, you name it. I'm trying to improve. Every day I am on a journey to make myself better. I want to add value to my life and to others. And I'm saying, if I, like I said in the beginning, I feel like I always perform for an audience of one, and I am always trying to make him proud. He gives me the ability to do everything. Heck, take this breath. And I just want to say thank you for it. So that is what I do. And we're going to watch one more video and we will close this out after that. I thank everybody who tuned in. I'm going to try and do this every day. This is the pressure that I put myself under. It is hard to get prepared with everything that I have going on in my life, but I'm still going to show up.
There's not a lot of conversation about the fact that some people love the idea of you more than the reality of who you actually are. They love what you represent. They love the proximity to you. They love the perception that others have of them by knowing you. For example, I just got out of a 4-year relationship where I found out that my man was with me because of how I made him look. Being with a woman who had social media clout, had a certain look, who had a certain perception to others, made him more valuable. And he would say things in the relationship like, I'm with you, so I must be him. It didn't dawn on me until we got into a really heated argument, and I realized he never really loved who I was inside. He always had issues with my real self, my authentic self, my honest self. He loved how he felt when we walked into the room together. He loved when other people would say, wow, good job. It is impossible to see someone's intentions. You are going to have to read between the lines. And while it's difficult and it's hard, but it is so necessary to try, especially with people that you date. It is so hurtful to realize that someone will reject the realest parts of who you are because it doesn't serve the parts that they gained from you. That you were just a pawn in the monopoly of their life. And it's also so important to remember that the people that are supposed to be in your life, people that truly connect with you and truly love you, are in it because of those parts of you. Are in it because they see you for you and they love those parts of you. So be very careful in business, in friendship, in love, in romance, why someone wants you in their life. Why are they making that connection? Does it feel authentic? Does it feel real? And even if it does, read between the lines. There's not a lot of conversation.
Okay. I heard that. I'm not gonna lie, I can't say I understood it 100%, but I knew what she was saying, but I just didn't, that one didn't relate to purpose, at least not for me. If someone saw something different in that, I understand why you should care about why people want to be around you. That kind of hurt my brain a little bit because I don't spend much time thinking about why someone wants to be around me, or I've never worried or thought about that. That kind of, I don't know what that just did to me. I will say it did something to make me want to end this, though, just like I said. That did not. Hey, I'm sorry. I feel like I missed it on that one. I feel like as the person that I am, once again, I do things with the intention on drawing people to me, not to me. I don't want to make it sound like that, but saying doing social media, having a presence, you're trying to get information out. When I roller skate, I roller skate. I don't know. I don't have any words for this one, and I'm not gonna force it. Like I say, you said play it back again and listen. All right, I'll listen to it again. No problem.
About the fact that some people love the idea of you more than the reality of who you actually are. They love what you represent. They love the proximity to you. They love the perception that others have of them by knowing you. For example, I just got out of a 4-year relationship where I found out that my man was
Okay. Let's break that part down right there. People love being around you because of what comes from. Okay, so like if I was friends with, let's say, Michael Jordan, then every time I walk in the room or hanging out with him, it'd be like, everybody see Michael Jordan. Well, then what? Am I like Scottie Pippen, making sure people see me too? But how does that benefit that person? I understand that people can ride coattails, but that doesn't steal from, like, when you become who you are, other people wanting to be near you doesn't steal from you. At least I don't see it that way. All right, let's continue.
I made him look. Being with a woman who had social media clout, who had a certain look, who had a certain perception to others, made him more valuable. And he would say things.
Okay. I can see that. When you have and I think guys refer to this as like arm candy. Like when you have someone that other people want and you're the one, and that's what she said. I did catch that one time when she said, if I'm with you, then I must be him. And it's like, now, in my opinion, his thought process was wrong, because in how I view it, I must be him. I think what he meant when he said that was, it's who he was, who pulled her, who attracted her. Not, I'm hoping he wasn't saying the rest of the world think that I'm him because I'm with you. Because if you place your value on another person's value, then you truly have no value, because one day that person will be gone. I don't care what it is, till death do us part. I don't care how you look at it. People leave. That's what they do. And so if your value is based on the person who sits next to you, then your value is not very high. If I'm wrong, somebody correct me on that.
I'm with you, so I must be him. It didn't dawn on me until we got into a really heated argument, and I realized he never really loved who I was inside. He always had issues with my real self, my authentic self, my honest self. He loved.
This is where I was confused. What is the difference between her YouTube presence self and her authentic self? How were they separated? How did he not know who she was, but knew her social media presence, or knew that she was a beautiful woman? I guess what I'm saying is, now I know there are people out there who might think that way, but this just baffles me, because I've never felt that my value was higher because of who I was next to. Let's keep going.
Loved how he felt when we walked into a room together. He loved when other people would say, wow, it is impossible to
see
someone.
That is what I mean. He loved how it felt when they walked in the room together. So in my opinion, it's like saying she was on the pedestal and almost like he wasn't able to get into rooms without her. That's what I'm saying. Like, he couldn't get into rooms without her. So that's why he felt that way. Now, to me, that is a person who is trying to buy up their status. Like, I'm just going to use her long enough. Like, she's pretty, so a pretty girl will attract other pretty girls. It's almost like saying that he's going to be able to sit down and show somebody his resume and say, look at the girls that I've dated in my past. I just don't get that. That's probably why this video is hard for me.
You are going to have to read.
But everybody's not the same. I do understand that.
It's difficult and it's hard, but it is so necessary to try, especially with people that keep dates. It's so hurtful to realize that someone will reject the realest parts of who you are because it doesn't serve the parts that they gained from you. That you were just a pawn.
Okay.
In the monopoly of their life.
I want to understand that one. How do you reject the real parts? I am who I am, and that cannot be changed by another person. You are going to have to deal with the real parts of me, because when I step into the room, everything is always going to be real. If I don't agree with something you say, it ain't no time to play. It ain't going that way. I'm saying you can't reject the real parts of me, because anybody who sees the real parts of me and don't like it, it's going to be there all the time. I think that's why I don't have many people around me who can't deal with the real me. Excuse me for going on like that.
And it's also so important to remember that the people that are supposed to be in your life, people that truly connect with you and truly love you, are in it because of those parts of you. Are in it because they see you for you and they love those parts of you. So be very careful in business, in friendship, in love, in romance, why someone wants you in their life. Why are they making that connection? Does it feel authentic? Does it feel real? And even if it does, leave with me on Bakat Lies.
I heard that, and I understand a little better what she's saying. I guess what I'm saying is you can be authentic. You can be authentic in every moment. I'm not going to play that one back again. I heard it, and I think I understand where she's coming from better after listening to it a second time. I think it just works differently. I believe, with me being a provider type of person, that there are always going to be people who enter into my life because of what I can provide. And I feel like that is part of who I am. So I don't worry about that. I feel like I'm a giving type of person. So if people come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime, I don't sit around and wonder which one of those a person is in my life for. I just walk the journey and see it. You're either in my life for a reason, which that reason will come to fruition, and you will either stay or go. A season, which I'm saying a season lasts for months. Sometimes a season of life can last for years, or a lifetime. And that means that they're going to be around always. I don't worry about those things, and I don't spend time trying to find out a person's intent. I just continue to move, and then the person is, or business entity or whatever, is there with me, or they're not. Hey, I done ran longer than I wanted to. I'm at 1 hour and 13 minutes, but I had fun with this one. I'm going to do more like this because this is something that I know I can do. And I'm going to keep trying to improve every day. I appreciate everybody who tuned in and was watching. This is the end, and we're going to do it again. I'll be back on tomorrow around the same time. We're going to keep trying to do this over and over until I get better at it. It feels like every day. I have not been doing this a full week yet, but it feels like every day I am getting better. So we gonna keep rocking it. Hey, much respect, much love. Thank you for everybody who tuned in. Hey, it's your boy. We out.
you.